So do you believe you're growing into your awesome
I
self?
definitely am. I'm
You
a state of divine bliss.
A state of divine bliss.
That's it. That's
You know,
it.
so
Really am.
I never heard anybody say something so eloquently. State of divine bliss. You know, you seem.
Sometimes I just cry because I'm just in a good spot.
I mean, people cry because they're in good spot.
I cry because I just, and when I'm online, I use it like a vision board. I take everything that I want to call me, and I divine, like I analyze it all, and it gives me a message that I need to hear that day. And that's just how I flow.
You flow.
I flow faster than I could just, analyze it after. And I usually hear what I need to hear.
Well, I know we have an audience out there, so we want you to come and join us as we, have this discussion about the 9 aspects of the awesome self, the discussion about recovery. Is recovery all about, not using drugs anymore? Is that the definitive factor of recovery? No drugs? Carl, we're interested in hearing what you think about this here. So it's been 7 months now.
Yeah.
So when we have you here, I'm quite sure, after 7 months and 40 years, you must have a whole lot to say about this, you know what I'm saying? So are you nervous now?
No.
You was nervous?
Yeah, I was.
Where's the nervousness now?
I don't know.
It's gone, huh?
It's gone.
Yeah. I told you it would leave.
Just because
I told you we were going to go. It was a dynamic. So, what are your goals now? What do you want to do now?
Service to others. I want to help people. I want to explore everything.
How do you see yourself doing that? I mean, we can do it.
Just even being here today.
Okay.
My mind tells me, don't do it, you don't do it.
That's
and
what
I
the
made
mind
myself
told
do
you.
it.
Your mind was telling you?
Because I was on action. I already did all my personal work now. I have to put into action.
So
it comes back to you. When you put out good, you get good back. You put that ripple in the pond.
The ripple in the pond.
That's right.
You sound so much like a philosopher,
I am.
you know?
You know I am.
Bright and cheerful. That's a wonderful thing. So let's, let's just talk about this, the 9 aspects. When we talk about that and your experience with it for a little while.
My toughest one was creative. Like, I created all of this because I don't feel like I ever had a choice. I did not create this. I just dealt with it. Or didn't deal with it.
But do you see yourself now as a creator?
Oh,
or do you still see that as being a reality?
Now I'm conductor.
You took creation to production. I love
right.
it. I love it. I love it.
Make a symphony.
So what is it that that helped you go from being a victim, as people would say, for words, that's you realizing that you were the creator?
Well, I had a problem because I could take out people's feelings on it, and I couldn't separate if they were mine or theirs. I just can feel other people's stuff.
Okay.
So that had a lot to do with everything, all my feelings.
Okay.
Now I can separate it and know they're not mine.
So,
And they say, well, like when you grow up in chaos, you're highly tuned, so I could feel other people's energy and I take it on as my own.
right.
And that was a big struggle. Now I can reflect and I know it's not mine.
So you know what's
I can separate it, I'm clear.
All right.
I
So,
clarify.
so now you see yourself as a creator.
That's right.
And so when you talk about, for better sake, I'm not sure whether I'm setting you up for this here, but the litmus to the test of creation. And and I think it's important because you're one of the first people who I really had an opportunity to deal with this model, you know what I'm saying? And most people, they shared their experiences. I talked, they didn't even listen to me. They just thought I was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it was something about my voice that made them want to listen.
I got you and you got me. We understood my crazy conversations.
Yes, I did.
And my philosophies.
Well, my philosophy is, it's better to understand than to be understood, So I find that if I pay attention and want to understand another human being, I'm capable of doing
My hardest thing was compassion.
compassion.
And empathy.
And so, what is compassion?
Just meeting people where they're at and accepting them as they are. And they're awesome. They're just at a different stage of growth.
So
and that was hard for me.
To do what? To accept
Just have compassion.
compassion. It really was hard.
I'm still working
You
on it.
were very, very judgmental, individual. I can say this to you now because you can handle it. You can with a big smile on
I
it.
know I was.
But, I used to condemn you in my mind, I didn't want to admit that, but you were so judgmental.
I was just set in my ways.
You were so set, and but to see you now, it's really truly your eyes are great, you're just free, you're loose.
I am.
You are, and I'm so glad to be able to be a part of this.
I think of it like the wolf is always at the door. I cannot listen to my mind. You have to reprogram your mind, your way of thinking.
That's a very interesting thing. A minute ago, I had my friend Jose Velagas on here. You know what I'm saying? I've met some wonderful people in this journey. And he always talks about the mind. He said the mind.
Because your yourself, if you listen to yourself and your spirit knows what's right and what's wrong. Your mind is one that puts strict on you.
Well, it's interesting because as we have a greater understanding about the mind, it should really enhance our ability to better address this issue of disease. Why? Because they define it as a disease of mind, body, and spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, when you talk about your mind, I think about that. How do you become the master of your mind?
Meditation that centers you, and then what thoughts are just feeding you, let them go. I can do it real easy now. It took me a long time to get there. But then I just don't listen to it. I just keep the wolf at the door.
So
and
the
listen
wolf
to
at the door, listen to
my
your
spirit knows what's right.
Now, you're talking about the mind, all right? Let me just talk about this for a second. The mind, say, the mind's job is to protect itself, what it considers itself to be. And the mind,
it's all an illusion.
Right. But the mind is developed by the environment and people who raise you.
And your condition.
Right. At some point in time, I guess you have to become the master of that mind.
You have to become a truth seeker and seek your own truth.
You just got the whole language, everything. You just sort of hold it up.
Because that's my journey, that's my experience.
Listen, I respect it and I value it.
I'm true when I see it, right? Because I get chills, I get goosebumps. That way I know it's not my mind, it's the truth.
So the truth is,
that's right.
So, we were talking about the awesome entity, and a lot of people say to me, they say that, that they don't feel like they're awesome.
It took a while.
Well, is being awesome a feeling, or is it fact?
It's a fact, it's a state of being.
Right. And so you're awesome regardless how you feel.
Exactly. Because I can overcome anything that comes my way now.
So it doesn't really matter how you feel, what you think.
No, I had to learn to sit with bad feelings because I avoid them. I was an escape artist. If I couldn't escape mentally, I escaped physically. But I escaped mentally a lot. Now I'm present. I don't do anything. I can take that and then realize it's just flow. It's a natural order of life.
So they talk about, these new concepts. And I think everybody should understand, talk about present moment awareness. To be here now.
To be. My problem was thinking because I can overthink anything. I analyze everything,
I know.
So I think, don't think, just do. Just be. And when I'm being, everything comes naturally because I'm not fighting anymore.
Okay, all right. Sounds interesting. Sounds very
It is a journey.
Again, out there, we know you got callers out there. We know we got audience out there, and we're doing some great things, and we need your support. We have this new model, and I'm very, very excited about this. And I really want to thank you, Mary, for coming and joining, because I think about our experience from the very beginning. It's definitely, I would never have expected you to be on my show, ever thinking here. Matter of fact, I'll be quite honest with you, I used to think that you was a sabotager, I used to think that you took every opportunity you could to sabotage me.
I was analyzing everything you said.
And critical. I mean, anything I said, there was any holes in it,
I
you
found them.
touch them. And I want to thank you because you made me tighten things up a little bit. You made me constantly tighten things up. And see you here, most people don't know that you're struggling to talk because you lost your voice. It was away this weekend, I understand. Huh? Got a little 10 there. Where was you at?
Down the Cape.
Down the Cape. Doing what?
Visiting friends and family.
Yeah.
Home. It felt good to be home.
Yeah, you're sharing an experience. I don't know how comfortable you feel about sharing that experience with the rest of the audience.
Well, it was healing too because I had a friend that came down and there was 3 boys in the neighborhood that we used to hang them. And he saw the case that I went to and he told me that they used to sit beside the house and cry for me. And I thought I was in it alone, that nobody knew. And they saw a lot of horror and just acknowledging it and me letting me know that they were crying and they wanted to do something. It was healing. It was nice to know that I wasn't in it alone, that somebody understood. Even though I didn't know it then, but it was nice to hear it.
Well, that was the only time that exists, actually, right?
Right.
So,
we stayed up to 3 o'clock both nights in the morning around the bonfire, talking
about, what were y'all talking about for 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? Just
everything.
Just stuff like that?
Everything was just like that. He was my loyal friend.
They were your loyal friends, and that you didn't know they were still
loyal.
No,
we always hang together.
Right. But I mean, I'm just saying that you were.
I didn't know they knew that about what our situation was.
What do they think now about what's happening with you?
They're proud of me. They're awesome.
Yeah. You keep using that word, awesome. You like that word?
No, I do. You say it.
A lot of people looking at that word. The word is really catching on to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be awesome. To inspire awe. Every single human being on the planet.
And I find it daily.
Is an awesome entity.
I find it daily.
You find
when I'm down the Cape, right? Everything overdeveloped, the ocean, it doesn't have clans anymore. Everything is sick, the planet is sick. Everybody needs to heal the planet. And that's a lot of people that I'm working with that do.
To talking about healing the planet.
And everybody's, exposing truths that were hidden. So, eventually, this is really going on.
Absolutely.
It's a message about love, light, and peace.
And I think it's very, very important.
Correcting histories, healing old wounds, communities, and putting out love, peace. It's
You're a lot deeper than I thought you was. I better get me some scuba gear. You know what I'm saying?
But it's true. That's where I'm at in the community that I'm with every day.
You know, one of the interesting things about, when I talk about this, the 9 aspects as being a facelift to or upgrade to the 12-step program. And the reason why I say that, and maybe it doesn't need it, I think some things really need to be clarified because, one of the most significant things about the 12-step program, all right, is that the value of it is that the most important person in the 12-step program was always the newest person that came there. Okay. That was one of the most significant things about that program. It was built that, once the newest person came in, that would be a focus, that everybody knew that their role was to, to care for that person.
But there's a prey on them.
Well, I mean, there were some people that prayed, but I think that overall, fundamentally, now that when people think about it, they talk about being clean, and that's the emphasis of the recovery program,
That's what I didn't like either, because if you slip, you had to go back to square one. You still get all the time. You earned it. You slip, you just get back up and keep on. You don't fall into it. But in the 12-step, they take that away from you, and I didn't believe that either.
Well,
you earned that.
Right, even in the 12-step programs, and I should clarify this too, they always said, keep the focus on, on the 12 steps and the 12 traditions. The people should be the attracting thing, the